And of course, first time tonight in a long while we're seeing MMA in a boxing ring rather than the traditional cage that we should be having.
Yeah, we usually get a fantastic card at Bragging Rights. We have again tonight, but it doesn't have that same spectacle. It doesn't have the same feel tonight without the cage.
And you'll find soon while it looks like going for a Kimura there.
Yeah, but he's using it to sweep, and he did, which is fantastic.
Well.
Now he's just got to get that underhook on that leg and not worry about punching.
Because they're so close to the edge, the referee will probably move them to the centre of the ring.
Yeah, which, you know, you can never get the same position again when they reset. And it gives the guys a little mental break. It's not the same as being in a cage.
Sean Bowe got the top position.
It's already a mistake because the referee's got it on the wrong side already.
Is he fixing it now?
He's made the position more even. But basically it was a head arm choke, but it was the other side half guard, which makes a massive difference.
Yeah, he seemed to have a good position. I mean, both fighters had their moments, even though it was a short fight. They both had their moments, but you know, I think the turning point came when the referee had to stand them up and reposition them in the centre of the ring. I just find that ridiculous.
With the amateur guys in their first few fights, it's completely mental. They're both probably fantastic in the gym. All it takes is a little mental turning point to change a fight. It can be from a punch, it can be from a reversal, but something like a restart on the ropes, it can change the momentum of a fight like that. And once you get mentally kind of messed up in the first few minutes of a fight, when you've only had 2-3 fights, that you're not going to recover from it.
Yeah, and this is the first Bragging Rights where it actually is in a boxing ring. So, I mean, maybe we need a night like this to show the Minister and the Premier, who really doesn't like the sport at all, which is obvious because, let's face it, the decision was really based on the opinion of a Premier, not based on any evidence at all, because they've come up with lame excuses, in my opinion, so far, to justify the decision why tonight's event, for example, is in a boxing ring and not in a cage.
Yeah, no, it's very, very frustrating. We're only a small niche group sort of sport anyway. Motocross is legal. They're allowed to jump motorbikes. You know what I mean? Downhill motorbike riding. People allowed to jump and dive off cliffs. There's really a lot of, sports that are completely backed and legal and not interfered with.
Yeah.
Even, like I don't want to knock on the kickboxers, but, oh, here we go, because you know they're going to have ridiculous power, just like that.
Yeah.
Easy reversal.
The referees could probably...
I think they should have stopped that before he passed him out there, because Junior didn't have much of a chance to put knees up and block that now.
He's going to stop him and put him in the centre of the ring, and I'm going to have another go at the ring.
Well, yeah, put
him in a cage.
We can't see. You cannot see how that scramble would have gone if that was in a cage. Now Junior's got to start now, full mount with his back flat on the ground
in the middle.
Guys had a rest in the middle of the ring. That's
ridiculous, isn't it?
And he's going to have to work hard to get out of this one. I think
we're going to be sending him a tape, but it's more about the safety factor more than anything, because again, they can fall out of this ring quite easily.
I hope Junior gives up his back here, and I hope.
And you haven't actually fought in the boxing ring for quite a while. You've been fighting in the cage where we should be. So did it put you off a bit when you had to move position, come in the centre of the ring? But then you finished the fight pretty quickly, so you must be happy with that also.
Yeah, pretty happy, but you took the cage away from us. We need that cage. That's our safety enclosure. If we had fell through the ring there, there could have been one of our necks that went. So, give us back our cage.
Well said. Big Ty Jenkins, everybody.
And it's very interesting, Rachel Sheridan will put a foot on the hip. Normally that would give you a pass, and Pia's actually trying to get back inside the guard. She's got no intention of passing the guard whatsoever.
And look, the referee's just trying to keep him inside the ring by planting his foot, but you can see this moving, getting stood up and moving close to the ring any second.
The arm's in very, very big trouble now.
So look, we're going to have to stop this in a good position as well.
Well, it could be a good position. Pia could be in trouble because she can't get into a good spot to get the arm out as well, is the problem. Yep. And I hope the referee doesn't try and put it back in the middle with the arm trap.
They're going to do it. I saw it coming.
Well, she should start making the close guard, because there's no way to let
that was the point I was making before. It's like against the safety enclosure of the fence. You wouldn't have to do this rubbish.
Got to beat the dudes up if they try anything silly.
Nice throw.
She's given up her back, nearly. She's got to get that left arm back across. I don't like the way she's just holding the head like that. Yeah. Now she's just touching the top of the head. The punches are completely pointless.
Exactly.
She needs to get her position first. She needs to back away a little bit, maybe go back to the full guard. That's a better position now. But again, the referee's struggling to keep him inside, and it's not good.
Look
for
at
the
his foot on the
spectators.
rope. We can see a bird's eye view at that time, and he's going to stand him
So
up
we got
and put him in
another
again.
restart.
So
when you're on the bottom like that, if you're in a bit of trouble, you know the rope's there. You know you can just wriggle out and get yourself a rest.
it's also frustrating for the fans.
Oh, we don't want to see restarts. We want to see.
Oh, look at this. See, this is ridiculous. Got the arm there. I reckon this might be close to being finished. She can get in trouble, Pia. Oh, that's a good strategy by Pia. See how she worked her way to the other side so the referee would stop it. So, and the referee's trying to force him back into the ring.
Nah, they've got to stop that. The arm's in danger. They've got to stop that.
That's a good trick.
Nah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. So you can see a prime example.
And if this is a finish, it's rubbish. And if she gets out, it's rubbish. Like, no, they've got to restart this in the middle of the ring. If Pia gets armbarred here, that's a really, really big injustice. Rachel needs to uncross those feet, put pressure on Pia's neck and head. There's no way you're going to finish that arm with the feet crossed like that unless Pia gets tired and silly and lets that arm straighten out.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to get out of this.
She's staying relaxed and putting her weight on her, so
and as soon as the arm's out of danger, I think Porter's going to stop this and reset them.
I think Pia will try and escape, and I think they'll do it by themselves. But you saw that. I mean, I didn't think it was a bad strategy by Pia using the ring to her advantage, but it shouldn't have got to that point if we were in the cage.
A little bit.
I think Sheridan's finishing is stronger of the two.
A little stronger. Pia's just too much upper body wrestling. Very nicely done by Pia.
See the referee trying to pull the rope towards him.
This fight's a perfect example of why we need a cage. It's actually hard to watch because of just getting tangled up in the cage.
It's frustrating as a fan, as a broadcaster, because we know we've got a perfect system in place.
And an awesome fight that we could be watching.
And because someone doesn't like it, they remove it. It's ridiculous.
Porter's doing a great job here of kind of keeping the action going, but why should he have to work so hard?
As long as he could. That's it.
Well done.
Well done, girls.
Good fight. Very good.
Nate got over anxious then and went in way too early.
The recovery after the takedown. Watch him scramble. He's a phenomenally powerful scrambler.
And that scramble almost took out the cameraman.
If there's young fighters watching, you need to watch Nate Jones. He did not accept the bottom position. He would not accept the bottom position. Wouldn't waste your energy doing that though, Nate Jones. Not if you're tired. I'd sink that guillotine. Don't worry about that back control. He's going to lose this. He's going to lose this unless he's very, very careful. He's very high up on the back.
Trying to lay him out, but he's going to run out of room on the ring.
Yeah, he's going to run out of the room. And it's a hard decision for Jogo to yes, well done. And even that overzealous takedown attempt, and that's fatigue. That was a fatigue throw.
Look at this. He's out of the ring. He's out. There's your example of why we need the cage. Send the tape in.
He's on the judge's table, and now he's getting a rest when he was about to probably lose this fight because of fatigue.
No, we've got our example, so we need to get that portion of the tape and said, look at what happened without the fence.
There's thousands of examples, though, really.
But they just don't pay attention.
It's just ignorance.
But now it's happened in their own backyard.
And all the pump's gone out of the jab of Nate Jones now, and all of a sudden, Dan's starting.
Grady Stewart will see that portion of the tape. He knows he's got a cage. He'll get the portion of the tape. He'll send it to Ron Alexander, Terry Waldron, the sports minister, and the Premier Colin Barnett. And let's hope they pay attention.
Blue tie shorts with the takedown. Oh, looks like top guillotine. One of my favorite.
Indich working very well there. Chris Indich in the black shorts.
I love it. It's like a guillotine trade-off.
This is what I've been talking about all night with Steve Kennedy. So close to the ropes that the ref's going to be working hard, extra hard to get him off. And someone could have a really good position and force him into the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys see with the ropes. It's very hard. Oh wow, very hard to fight out these ropes. They're falling. The cage keeps them enclosed. The ref has to reposition them. It just makes for an ugly mess. You need the cage in these fights.
Yeah. And it said it's so hard to leverage off the ropes, isn't it?
There's no people are falling out left and right, and then they got to reposition, and that changes the whole dynamic of the fight.
I'm looking forward to Grady just capturing that bit between Nate Jones and Dan Jones, where Nate was on the doctor's table.
I was over here
because we've seen him in examples before, but now they've seen it in their own backyard. Someone could have been seriously hurt.
Wow, I love how these guys are both. He's a fighter though. He's not giving up. See,
So this is where I think Harrison Campbell used it to his advantage.
Yeah, you need that cage. You see again, the rope, it gets in the way again, folks.
Said I might sound like a broken record tonight, but I'm going to keep harping on it because this is what the sport needs.
No, Brett, you're right. I agree with you. And I think hopefully the people watching this can see this and see that the rope. Oh, wow. Again, he sinks through her naked. Ground and pound. Posture up.
Yeah. Like I said, very close to the ropes. And any further to our right, it's going to end up in the middle of the ring.
See, look at him. He's pulling his opponent in. The cage will keep him in. You can land a significant damage with the cage when you're stuck on the cage. So it changes, again, the whole dynamic of the whole sport in the ring here.
Obviously, Mirage is looking for that takedown, but nicely stuffed by Win.
Look when they sprawl. They're outside the ring. They're outside the enclosure.
Yeah.
He's out of the ring.
It's ridiculous.
It's very hard because it's, yeah.
Yeah, his foot is outside the ring.
It's outside the ring. In the cage, they would be stuck in there. It changes the whole element of it.
But that could be actually a move where he might not have footing and lose position and lose a fight because of that.
Exactly, changes the whole thing. And he could use the cage as a way to walk up the cage, both guys. So, yeah, it changes the whole thing.
Now, look, he's half his legs are outside the ring.
Yeah, his legs are outside.
His corner should just give him a little push because he actually said, look, it's on camera now.
They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They need it in the cage.
And they're going to try and put him in the same position they were in, but it's not going to be exactly the same, is it?
No, definitely not. See, played offense. The fight might end here. I will not be surprised.